I am currently not in gold. I was in gold last night. And so, what I'm struggling with, honestly, is understanding that gold, when it's like not um, trending as it's been doing for the past like month or so, I'm trying to catch the levels that it hits. Probably like right there in London. So I need to start getting up for London session. That's pretty much what this means. Because what happens is I'll put it in for the Asian session. Like I'll enter in the Asian session, but then I'll just kind of like let it go. But then by New York session, it by the London session, it hits a target or it's close to a target that I had set, and then New York comes and it just reverses. Like it does all this stupid stuff right here. I'm gonna remove this. Um, all this craziness right here, all these wicks and stuff. It just kind of creates that liquidity pool, which is fine, but um, it's just been very choppy. Like I don't know if y'all could tell, it's just been super super choppy. So I've been but I haven't been losing though. That's the thing. Like I haven't been losing because I understand that it's choppy, but I also understand what it's doing in the choppiness. So I know when to get in, when to get out. But here's the thing. Yesterday, I was almost up. I almost passed this challenge yesterday, but whatever. So yesterday, um, it did the same thing. I think it was like right around here. I think I got in down here and it surpassed it almost hit my TP. So I think, what was yesterday? Yesterday was last Monday. Hold on, y'all. Laptop. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, so anyway, I don't know what that was about, but anyway, let me get rid of this. Where was it yesterday? I think we were like yesterday. So I was doing fine yesterday, and then it just got real choppy. So I'm also just trying not to like force setups. I have a really bad habit of doing that. But the other thing is, it's just that I don't want to miss anything. Like, I don't miss me with the FOMO talk. Like, I think no one wants to continue to miss out on certain opportunities. Like, I'm not trying to create a, a I'm not trying to create I'm not trying to force the outcome to be what I want it to be. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm positioned in order to, you know, get the outcome that I'm looking for. So, when earlier this week I read this article a few days ago where it said pretty much that gold was supposed to hit 5181, and if you can see the chart, you see that it's actually almost close to that level. Now, here's the thing. So when we go, I really wonder if I can. There was another article. Well, hold on, let's go back. So 50, I just mentioned 5181, right? So it says gold above 5100 as investors eye US jobs data market talk. This was today. This was when, I'm guessing, when the um Asian markets open. So gold price extends gain, climbing back above 5100 on a weaker dollar, and was softer than expected U.S. retail sales boosted expectations of further interest rate cuts. New York futures rise 1.9% to 51.23 a troy ounce at afternoon trading, while the U.S. dollar index is down 0.2 to 96.58. Next key catalysts are delayed. Jobs data due later on Wednesday. today's job. Report is a pivotal event. A material will be okay. So pretty much just saying that it's continuing to go up, which again, from my earlier analysis during the week or earlier this week, I see that price is trying to just head back up to this area here. It hasn't been up here yet. And let me change it so you can see it. This is what this is where I expect price to go at some point. Now, I'm going to want gold. In order for this to happen, I need gold to close above this area here. I'm not going to get in unless this happens, right? So I'm also sticking to my rules. That's very important. If I don't, it gets real ugly very fast. So I'm going to move my stop loss down from down here to up here, or it could be below this zone, honestly. And yeah, so I gotta wait for price to close above here. So, alright, fine. And honestly, because we know this is the highest that price has gotten, I'm gonna just wait for it to close above this area here. If it does that, then I'll get in. The only thing I don't like is that I can't swing futures. So I'm just waiting to be able to swing trade Forex like I've been doing. Okay. So this is the target level that I saw in an article last night. This is also not just based on the article. The articles that I read here, about 80% of the time will always confirm my analysis. So I use it as a confirmation tool, not necessarily a decision. Not like, I use the news as an indicator, and I know some people are going to be like, well, how? I really just pay attention to what it's saying. If it aligns with what I already marked out. Notice I said already marked out. I didn't say that I waited for the news to come out to make a decision. No, if it falls in line with what I've been seeing already for weeks, then I just use that as an indicator. I don't use it for anything else. There's no other reason for me to use the news. I think if people use it to confirm what they've already expected the market to do, then you'll be more prepared for I need to see if Alexa can. I had to whisper because y'all know she's nosy. I have to see if she can give me reminders on news whenever it comes out, on news days, high impact news days. I need to set it up and see if that will work. But yeah, so right now we're just kind of trying to break out of this consolidation phase, and it already did a little bit right here. So this is just my indication that price broke above it, and we're just waiting for price to come back above this area. That's pretty much what I'm waiting on. I just don't see gold dropping any further, not with this pattern in the market right now. And then technically right now it is retesting the neckline of this double bottom that was printed. So we're pretty much on it. We just gotta be patient and wait for price to just kind of make up its mind on what it wants to do. So I'm gonna put my stop loss down here just to be safe, and we're gonna wait and see what happens. I feel like it's gonna break above by this evening. It might not happen during the New York session though. It's just way too choppy. And I've been in this I've been getting pretty decent trades in the choppiness, but I would prefer not to be in it. So that's not to say that you should. Choppiness doesn't like turn me off, because I'm actually waiting for the choppiness to happen. I'm waiting for the consolidation to happen so I can make a decision on where I want to go. So price broke above it already, so now it's just retesting this area here, which is this neckline. So I actually want price to close above here. That makes me feel so much better, actually. So yeah, now we just wait. I'm gonna just take this off. If price, because what I've been waiting on, honestly, y'all, is for price to close above this right here. So I'll probably get in up here, and just use this as consolidation. I like to keep my wrists tight right now, especially with me in the middle of a challenge. I don't want to give it too much room when it comes to drawdown. So I just kind of want to wait or make it a little bit tighter. And I mean, when you look at it on a 1 hour and a 30-minute, it doesn't look less appealing. I could just extend it here, but I would prefer for price to just kind of make his decision on if it's even going to come down here first and then take off. I don't know what it's going to do, but actually, you know what? I'm going to stop being stubborn. I'm going to just put it right here. That's better. It's breathing room, but it's enough breathing room. It's not a lot. Price is currently bouncing off of this area, off of this trend line. So everything is lining up. The news is lining up. Everything's lining up. I just need the market to show its hand and come on and stop playing. So at this point now, I'm just waiting on the market, pretty much. So there's that. Where are we on? Okay, Bitcoin is currently dropping. So for the people that feel like Bitcoin is going to continue to go up, I don't see that happening. Considering that right now it looks like it's trying to complete a double bottom pattern on the 4-hour time frame. So I'm actually expecting Bitcoin to continue to drop. Honestly, I do have NQ on my list, but I haven't really been paying attention to it. But I have been paying attention to gold and Bitcoin, so that's what we're going to focus on. Now, NQ on the other side, it's just kind of like, NQ is real weird. Like, I don't know. I don't trust it. And honestly, trying to find the best time to trade it, New York session, I do not like trading actively in the New York session. I use the New York session as a blueprint to kind of help me understand what could possibly happen in the following session or maybe even the following day. But I don't really care to be in all this chaos around this time. I got into Bitcoin because I saw that price was just kind of dropping and I was like, I don't want to miss it, so let me just get in. Cool. But when it comes to like Bitcoin and gold, I really try to be as strategic as possible. You have to be, with NQ and gold, you have to be strategic either way. But I need price to break out of this right here. It kind of did on the 30-minute. This was the lowest that price wants to go, so I'm paying attention to that. So this would actually be my entry. If price closes below here, then that's my signal to get in. Why? Because again, this was the lowest currently that price wants to go at the moment. So if it closes below this area, then I know that, okay, it's just time to get in. Don't overthink it, right? So, but the thing is with NQ, it consolidates a lot. I mean, every pair consolidates, I understand that, but this pair consolidates a lot. And I never really catch those moves, and it does move during the Asian session, as it seems. I'm just kind of paying attention to the behavior. What was this? This was New York. It was a little bit of movement, but then it dropped. 8:30 in the morning. All day. Consolidated Asian session. Drop New York. Consolidated Asian London. Drop New York. Retested. Dropped again. Retested. And dropped. So I'm actually waiting to see if it will just retest this area here, or if that's what's happening right now. Um, and I use all black candlesticks when I'm analyzing. It helps me stay unbiased to the market, because we know gold is going up, but you know if there's a correction phase, there's a correction phase. So right now, overall, if you go down to like the daily or the weekly time frame, you'll kind of see that there is just nothing but consolidation here, right? And I'm actually just going to move this up here. There's just a lot of consolidation. I don't know if it's going to go up or down. I'm going to get rid of this. And then when you look at it from this perspective, it's actually in an uptrend. So I'm hoping that it closes above here. But there seems to be a bit of a halt here in the market. For whatever the reason is. We could blame Trump. We could blame a lot of whatever. Just pay attention to what the market is doing. Because at this point, it doesn't too much... I'm not going to say what happens, that what's happening doesn't matter, because it does affect the market. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is block out that noise and just pay attention to what the market is showing you. We just saw on the weekly time frame, and for the people that are like, you don't need to pay attention to what happened in the past. Yes, you do. I'm not saying make a decision based off of what happened up here, because like I just said, there's a possibility that this could very well just continue to go up. We don't know. I don't know. And I'm not a market whisperer. I can't tell you what's going to happen. But what I'm telling you is that on a higher time frame, we're sitting in consolidation, right? This right here, this wick right here is kind of telling me that price wants to go back up, but there's some liquidity here that needs to be taken before it does, right? All up in here. So in order for that to happen, when we go down to the daily, I just want to see if price is going to come back down here. Even in all the choppiness, I'll move it down. I just want to see if it'll at least come right here. If it does that, this is a great area to buy, because then at this point, we could also be looking at a few things. We could be looking at a possible double bottom here within this consolidation, right? We could be not looking at a double bottom. We could be looking at price just creating lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? So there are a lot of moving factors and a lot of different ways that this could play out. I really don't care about what could happen too far in the future. I just want to see what price does in this area here. Yes, it's a bunch of noise. Yes, it's a bunch of just stuff happening. But I do see an opportunity, a possible opportunity. Now, the thing is, that doesn't mean I'm going to get in on it. I just want to see what it does. I'm going to put it right here. Let's see what's happening on 4 hour. Yeah, so I see, because price hasn't closed below this area right here, it just kind of stopped, came back up. Now, if it stops right here again, this is a signal for me to get in and look for buys up to this area here. That's what I'm looking at. So I'm waiting for price to close below. If it closes below, I'm getting in for sells until this point right here. So this is that liquidity pool down here that been created. Is it really a liquidity pool? I don't think so. I just see a lot of rejection right here. Price has come. It's been bouncing off of this area quite often. And it kind of respects it. So, or rejects it, respects it, however you look at it. So I just see an opportunity to get in for sells. Very similar to Bitcoin. It's the same pattern on Bitcoin. If we go back and look, you'll see it. Actually, let's go back and look right now. You'll see that it's the same pattern on Bitcoin. So, I want to see, I'm going to move this right here because this will tell me if it closes below, which I think it will. So, I'll get into gold a little bit later, but this is my Bitcoin setup. We'll check it in a little bit, see where we are. This is my gold setup. We'll check it in a little bit, see what happens. And then this is my NQ setup. I'm looking for sells at at this point, I need price to close below this rectangle. If it closes below this line right here, or below this wick or this low right here, then I'm getting it for sales. I'm not gonna think about it. So I'm gonna just put this as a roadmap. And it could very well do what it wants to do, but I want to get into this area right here. All right, y'all. So I'm about to go to the gym. That's my 20 minutes for the day. I try not to spend more than 20 minutes analyzing during the week. But on Sundays and Saturdays, I take my time and I just kind of look and see what happens. But during the week, I don't really have that kind of time to sit down and like over analyze. So these are my plays. This is what I'm looking for. I don't know what's gonna happen. I know right now we're in Bitcoin and gold. We're just kind of waiting for gold to come on and show its hand. But I'm expecting price to close above this area here since it's currently testing this neckline on this double bottom. And I'm just waiting for my setup to come. So I'm about to go to the gym. I'm about to really kind of just get my day started. And I will tune in a little bit later. See y'all later.